Hey y'all, it's Farmer MeeMaw, and today I just want to give you a little bit of an update about what's been going on, why I haven't been posting, and how things are going now, and a little bit of a health update and some things that I'm doing now and the progress that I've made so far. So, okay, let's get started. If you're hearing birds, those are my quail. They're having just a ball right now for some reason. I apologize for the background noise because I'm right beside a road, but you guys, oh my word, this has the best shade on the whole property. It's like 15 degrees or more cooler in the shade, so I'm staying here. So I hope you can hear me. So, anyway, welcome to my channel if I haven't said that already. So here's what's been going on. The last time I talked, I was gathering supplies for the tornado victims and taking those to Little Rock, and you know, I got all of that taken care of. And then I fell off my porch and broke my foot. I didn't go to the doctor, but my whole foot was bruised and swollen and I couldn't walk. And now it hurts whenever the weather changes, y'all. But that was gosh, that was in April. And then after that, my mom fell 3 times in like 10 hours and decided she just wasn't going to walk anymore because it wasn't worth trying. And so we got her hooked up with some in-home care until we could get her into a nursing home. And you know, my mother going to a nursing home is one of those things that we never thought we'd have to do. We never wanted to do, but it was just like, if she's not gonna walk, you know, even if we were with her, we can't take care of her if she's not gonna walk. You know what I'm saying? That's just more than we are capable of. And so anyway, so we got her set up to go into a nursing home. Well, before that happened, she had some kind of episode. And it baffles the doctors because they thought she was having a massive stroke. And they were saying her prognosis was poor. And then they thought it was a seizure. And then they thought it was an infection. And they couldn't really come up with any answers. And so who knows at this point. But after all of that, my mom wasn't like thinking right, like some new symptoms, almost like dementia type or delirium, who knows, kind of symptoms came. But since then, like we've gotten her into a nursing home, and she is getting physical therapy, and she's walking again. She's more herself. So it's going well. And so we got her kind of settled in there. And then I went on vacation with my daughter and my 2 granddaughters. Well, they went on vacation for the weekend and I house sat. And then when the dad, my son-in-law, came back home and worked during the week, I went to the lake. And so I got to go to the lake, and it was fabulous. It's going to the lake is just my favorite thing. And if I've been looking at the wrong place, I'm sorry. Y'all, I'm still out of practice. I know at least sometimes I glance at that red light on there. That just means it's recording, but that's not the lens. On my phone, I always look to that corner, but I'm not on my phone. I'm on a camera. So I'm sorry if I'm doing that. I'm going to try to remember, y'all, to look at you and not over there, because it drives me insane when I watch somebody else and they're not looking at the lens. I know it's so judgy of me, and here I am doing it because I keep looking over there. But anyway, okay, so then there was that, and then we had a big storm come through, and let me see if I can spin you around. I looked at that light again. Okay, can you see? You can't really tell how big that pile is from here, but huge pile, big limbs, fell and landed across our driveway. So we had limbs across our driveway. Luckily that happened on the weekend. So my husband cut them up enough that we could pull them out with my tractor. And in about maybe 45 minutes, somebody's supposed to be here to look at another tree that didn't fall all the way down. I wish it would have, because now we're having to pay to have it cut down. And I was hoping the storm that came through yesterday would have knocked it down for the rest of it. But it's like leaning like this, and here's my driveway, so it's like right over my driveway. And if it would have been falling into the power lines, we could have gotten somebody to come out and cut them to take care of, prevent the power line issue. But here, like, here are my power lines, and the tree is like this, and it's like it's probably gonna miss my power lines by six inches or so, and so it's my problem. So anyway, so I'm getting somebody to come out with to give me an estimate on getting that tree cut down, plus another one that's leaning forward. It's leaning over my driveway. The other one's kind of leaning over my fence. So we're gonna have to get that taken care of as well. And so it's just like been one thing after another. And so if you know me, you know that, and if you don't know me, I am really ADHD, and went through menopause. Apparently, you guys, still in the throes of menopause, and apparently, like I'd gone like a year, like 11 months, without the thing that means, oh, it's all over with. I'd probably gone 11 months. This was about 11 months ago. And then I was like, okay, well, so my 12 months had to start over. Well, my 12 months is starting over again, y'all. This is really, like, I've gone 11 months twice now, and have to count my 12 months all over again. So, TMI. But, so anyway, I am a little bit, I say things sometimes that maybe I should keep to myself. And I've been doing really good. And I think, y'all, part of the reason that I haven't been getting on here as much is because I try to keep things to myself more lately. And there have been some things going on that if I got on here, I probably would have ranted or said things that weren't appropriate and uplifting, because I don't always feel appropriate and uplifting. And I try to be, because, you know, we all go through a lot of stress at times in our life, and this has been a particularly stressful time in my life. Like the last, well, I mean, you know, we lost my daddy 9 months ago, and it's not been great ever since then. It seems like there's just been one thing after another. And then with gardening season, you know, my daddy was the reason I loved to garden, and it was hard gardening without having him, you know, like where I can call him and either just talk about what I should plant, when I should plant it, or just advice and just chit chat about telling him what's growing, what I'm growing, and how it's growing. That's been a little hard. And so I think that caused me to just put off planting, and I'm just really far behind. Other than my quail ate some pumpkin a while back, and let me turn you this way now, over in the corner. Let's see if you can see it. Let's see here. Can you see that? Like I think right there is, right there. So I've got like 6 pumpkin seeds that, I put that too low. 6 pumpkin seeds that just apparently planted themselves, and that's what I've got right now. And I've got tiny little baby pumpkins growing. So that was basically Mother Nature planting there. And I planted a lot of seeds, and oh, they were all growing. It just looked wonderful, and then I just never planted them out, and they've just slowly withered and died. So it just that season of life, I've had to give myself permission to maybe not garden this spring. And now it's time for like looking at a fall garden. And so I'm like, okay, well, maybe I can get this in and take care of this now. So let's talk about like health update. So during all of this, and it started a year, 2 years. I can't believe my daddy's already been on this long. But well, let me, you know, while I'm here, if you guys are prayerful people, if you could say a prayer for my cousin and cousins. One of my cousins lost her son earlier this week in what can only be just kind kind of a random freak event. He was only 30. And the very next day, she lost her brother in an unrelated freak car accident. Which is just mind-boggling. Like, if you can imagine losing your child one day and your big brother the next. They had other siblings, so it was, you know, it was a big loss for everybody. And it was just, this is just one of the sweetest, most precious, kind, sweet families. And these two individuals that passed away, again, were just as sweet as they could be. So yeah, if you could remember my cousin and her family in your prayers, just for comfort in just an unthinkable time. It just unthinkable. So there's that. And now it feels like, when I talk about my health, why does it matter? Well, health is one of those things that you need to take care of. And my goal is to be around as long as possible until God decides to take me out. To be around and to be healthy and active in my kids and my grandkids' lives. Oh, and one of the other things, when I got back home from going to the lake, number one, I had cankles. You know what cankles are? Like, my feet and my ankles were swollen and did not even look like mine. And it was not helping that I've been eating really badly. Like, I've been having carbs, y'all. We had hot dogs, I had the buns. I mean, even before that, what I was saying earlier about, you know, it's for over a year, 2 years, like the whole time that my dad was suffering with dementia and we were taking care of him, I have to, like, you know, there's that place in your town where all the fast food is. Well, it's right in the middle of where I live and where my mother lives, or where my mother lived and my dad lived. And so every time we would go in and, you know, I would deal with my mother or take care of my daddy or, you know, whatever it was, on the way home, it was, I had to drive past fast food. And so, you know, there was a lot of bad decisions for the last couple of years because, number one, I'm a daddy's girl, and watching my daddy go through what he went through and change and lose himself was hard. And on top of being a daddy's girl, I'm an emotional eater, and I have ADHD, and the whole dopamine, food gives dopamine, and when you're needing to do things and you're just mentally exhausted from what's going on in your life, a lot of us turn to food. And here is my before, okay, y'all? So, I've already gone back to eating a ketogenic way of eating and low carb. And so, I've lost about 5 pounds. Today's Thursday. I started Saturday because we had fast food on Friday. And tomorrow is Friday. And it will be the first Friday, and I don't want to do fast food. My husband and kids, they do fast food every Friday, and I'm either going to have to find something delicious that I'm okay with having instead of fast food, or I don't know what I'm going to do. Go away and be somewhere else when they do that. That might be a better choice. But anyway, because my husband was like, so what do you want? And I was like, just give me whatever, and then I just feel like a failure. So anyway, but so far, and my ankles have returned to their normal shape and size, and I'm feeling a lot better, like my digestive system, like all those carbs, I didn't realize how much it was related, but I was feeling like really gassy all the time, and is that TMI? I don't care. But it dawned on me this morning. I was like, that I haven't, this whole week, I haven't had problems. I can feel though, like up here, like up high, I'm still feeling a little bloaty. And that's probably from the dairy, if I had to guess, because I do have heavy cream in my coffee, and I drink a lot of coffee, so I have a lot of dairy, a lot of heavy cream. And I've tried over the years. I was like, I'm going to give up coffee. I gave up coffee one time, and it was the most excruciatingly painful event in my life. And I'm not even joking. I'm not exaggerating. It was not because it's hard to give up coffee, which it is, but it was because I guess my body was going through some kind of wicked withdrawal, and the symptoms, and the only reason that I know it's related, and it was the caffeine withdrawal, is because I actually found someone going through the exact same, like they described my symptoms to a T, which were very weird symptoms, and it was because they were quitting coffee. And the thing is, the pain was only from the waist down. And from the waist down, my legs hurt so bad. I just felt like somebody was constantly like frogging my legs. And I was I couldn't sleep for like 4 days. It happened for 6 days. And for 4 of those nights, I could not sleep. I was in so much pain. I would just get up and pace backward and forth around the bed just because being still just made it even worse. It was the most excruciating pain. And I don't know if it's maybe because caffeine expands your capillaries, you know, your veins, or whatever it does. And so maybe my veins were going back into being restricted, and maybe that's what happened. But that time I was only off of caffeine for 12 days, and then I went back. Why? I don't know. I don't know why I decided to do that. I could have been caffeine free. I mean, I could have been coffee free, but no. So anyway, so at this point, I'm not giving up coffee. That's the Ups truck, and he needs new brakes. I'm sorry, y'all. Anyway, so I'm down 5 pounds. I'm going back to eating keto. Over the last, I don't know, long time, I've been trying to dehydrate eggs because we're becoming overrun. We have 2 refrigerators, and they're both dealing with egg overflow. And so I'm dehydrating eggs, I'm dehydrating egg whites, I'm dehydrating yolks. I am making all of the freezer breakfast meals and filling the freezer with those. I am just doing everything that I can to use eggs. And so some of those recipes I'll be sharing with you, because I've just recently come across some new recipes that I have to try, absolutely have to try. And so I'll be doing some recipes coming up, like low carb recipes. And I'm also going to have to be cleaning up the yard a lot, and I've got to mow, and I've got to get some stuff in the ground, and I need to get some seeds started and all that stuff. But my focus right now, because again, you've got to, if you don't have your health, what do you have? And so I want to encourage you that no matter where you're starting, you can improve. Your health can improve. The biggest thing is diet, your sleep, and moving, getting some movement in your life. And stress. Reducing stress can make a big difference. And all of the overgrowth and all of the issues that I'm having in my yard right now is causing me stress. And so as soon as I can get out of my kitchen, I'm going to get in the yard. So on that note, I love you guys. That's what's been going on. And I hope that, I will be posting more videos. This week I will probably post like 3 more videos. So yeah, I love you guys, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye, y'all.